Hey guys, so in my last video I asked if you were interested in seeing a dupe video, so here I am. However, when I was going through my collection, I realized, oh my goodness, there are so many dupes. There's like no way I'm gonna be able to fit all of these products into one video. So I have to break it up into like a little mini series. So far there's actually 3 videos of dupes that I'm gonna be doing that I know of so far. This is gonna be the face products. I'm gonna go over highlighters, bronzers, and blush in this video, and then probably the next one will either be lip products or eye products, you know, eyeshadows, eyeliners. Lip products will be lipsticks, lip liners, and lip gloss, something like that. So far, that's the plan. So let's go ahead and get started with this one. I'm going to start with this product here. We're gonna go over highlighters first, then bronzer, then blush. So this is a highlighter from NARS. This is one of the NARS multiples. These are very expensive. I believe they're around $38 if I'm not mistaken. They're right around $40, and that's a lot for one product, even though it does multiple things. I've never like worn this on my eyes or lips like it suggests you can. I pretty much use it just solely as a cheek product. And that's how I use most of the NARS multiples. So this is Luxor, and it's one of my favorites. It's a gorgeous, like super pale pink shimmer, and well, it has iridescent shimmer, and it's just beautiful. Now, the match that I found for this is like dead on. This is Hard Candy Glow All the Way in Doll Face. It's a gorgeous highlighter, and I was so stoked when I found it and realized it matched that one. So anyways, you know what, I'm not going to swatch these products in the video because I already photographed them, so I'm going to have photos put all throughout the video. So anyways, this one, I mean, it's a squeeze tube, so it's not like the same stick style product, but the color is exactly the same. Even down to like the iridescent shimmers in it, they're the same. So if you don't want to pay almost $40 for this one, I would highly recommend the Hard Candy Glow All the Way in Doll Face. And I believe, well, I find all of my hard candy products at Walmart, and I believe this was right around $6 to $8, something like that, 6 or 8, I'm not sure which. Okay, the next one is LORAC Spotlight, and this one I showed in my last video, and it's one of those products that I'm not going to be repurchasing because I don't want to pay the price since I already found a dupe for it. Now, I actually have 3 products that I feel that are really close, but one stands out as being almost exact. And I say almost because, you know, these products, they might not be exact matches, especially when it comes to high-end products. There are going to be some differences, you know, like very subtle differences. The color might look the same, but you might have a different texture. So it just depends on if you want to shell out that extra money for that type of texture, you know, if you want to go with the high-end versus the dupe. So just putting that out there. Okay, so this is the LORAC Spotlight highlighter, and it is gorgeous. By the way, since my last video, something happened. It cracked in the bottom corner. I think it was punishing me after putting it in that video and saying that I wasn't going to repurchase it because I don't know what happened. I didn't drop it. I don't know. It doesn't like me anymore. Oh, now it's on the floor. Okay. All right. Anyways, gorgeous highlighter. I love it. It's a beautiful beige with a very cool kind of, just a very cool sheen to it. So the 3 that I found, I'm going to show you all 3, and then I'll show you the one that's closest. So this first one is Wet n Wild Color Icon Bronzer SPF 15. Although it's not really a bronzer, it's a highlight. It's called Reserve Your Cabana, and it is beautiful. However, I noticed that although the colors are very similar, like the beigey kind of color, real pale beige, it's not as luminescent as Spotlight, but that is one option. Another one that's very, very similar is the Physicians Formula. This is the Happy Booster Translucent Powder, and it's very close. However, because this does have some pink in it, to get it exact, like an exact match, you have to avoid those pink areas. Otherwise, it makes it a little too, you know, into the pale pink range. So for the sheen. So you can just hit, you know, the more beige areas and you're good. And that's a really, really close match. And this is a gorgeous product anyway. I love it. However, the one that I feel is the closest to LORAC Spotlight highlighter is by Hard Candy, and this is in Tiki. And this is a beautiful highlight. This is the exact product that I was thinking of in that video when I said I wasn't going to be repurchasing LORAC Spotlight because I found a product that is only $6. I think these are right around $6, maybe $7. But anyways, it's gorgeous, and it's pretty much an exact match. Okay, on to Dior Amber Diamond. This is another one I showed in that video. I love Dior Amber Diamond. I talked about this, you know, non-stop when I first got it last year. I've had this for, I don't know, yeah, I guess about a year now. And it is a gorgeous product. I do love it, but it's expensive. And, you know, while I think that I probably won't ever have to repurchase this, I wouldn't anyway, even if I do hit pan on it. I still wouldn't repurchase it just because there are so many other highlighters out there. Being Physicians Formula. Now here are two that I found that were very, very similar to Dior Amber Diamond. So the first one is, these are the shimmer strips. Let's see. Yeah, this one is Vegas Strip Light Bronzer. And this one I found to be the closest, and I think these are just beautiful. I have a couple of these, so I was going back and forth between which one was closer, and I chose Vegas Strip over, this one is Waikiki Strip, because this has darker bronze, you know, bronze shades in it. But up here, those colors look the same. So, you know, I go with Vegas Strip actually, if you want to match, if you really want to match Dior Amber Diamond. Now onto bronzers. So I have just two here that I found so far dupes for. So this is Too Faced Sun Bunny, and it has two color strips here, kind of a lighter beigey bronzer and then more of a cocoa color. And it is a really gorgeous bronzer. However, they are almost $30, so if you don't want to spend $30, there is another option. This is NYC Sun and Bronze, and this is in Fire Island Tan. And so you have multiple strips there, and there are different shades of this, but I found this one to be almost an exact match to the Too Faced Sun Bunny. So, and this I got at Walmart for under $3. So that's quite a difference there. And I really love this a lot. In fact, I'm wearing it today. On to the next one. This is NARS Casino. And I really do enjoy wearing this. I mean, I really love this bronzer a lot. However, there is another option. It's much more affordable. I believe these are around $32, if I'm not mistaken. And then this is the dupe. This is Wet n Wild Color Icon Bronzer SPF 15 in Ticket to Brazil. And they are very, very similar. I photographed them in the sun, so hopefully that'll help you guys out, all the swatches. So it's really hard to tell on camera, but they're very, very close. So if you don't want to pay $32, go for this one. I got these at, let's see, I think I got them at either Walmart or Walgreens. They have them at, I think, Long's too, so, or CVS. I call it Long's because they are Long's out here, but I know on the mainland they all switched. Alright, so that is all for bronzer. One of my all-time favorite blushes from MAC is Sunbask, and this is a sheer tone shimmer, and I just think it's such a pretty kind of terracotta color for summertime. It just gives your skin like this warm, sun-kissed glow, and I absolutely love this. So I was super excited when I found a dupe for it, and it's by Hard Candy, and this is Bombshell. This is one of their baked blushes, and it does have that sort of marbling effect, but the color comes off exactly the same. So I absolutely love Bombshell from Hard Candy. Another one that I swatched, like in the photographs you'll see, I did swatch this one with it too. This is another favorite, and I was kind of bummed, you know, when you get limited edition stuff, it's like, oh my gosh, you fall in love with it, and how are you ever going to get it again? So I was really excited to find that that Bombshell was actually pretty close to this too. Bombshell's kind of like right in between Sunbask, and this is Getaway Bronze. This came out a couple years ago with the Marine, wait, what is this? I think it's Back to the Beach collection. Anyways, I love that. It's not like a regular bronzer, it's a blush, and it sort of has like this bronze look with like a rosy glow to it. Hard to explain, but you'll see in the pictures. Next, I have another MAC favorite. This is Ripe Peach. This came out with the spring color forecast a couple years ago, and it is a gorgeous kind of like peach gradients. It's just so beautiful, and I wish that they would re-release this, but it's okay because I found a dupe, and although it doesn't have that same kind of gradients, oh, and by the way, I will mention, I know that Estee Lauder did have, I don't know if they still do, but I know they did have Peach Nuance, which was one of their blushes, and it did have that kind of gradients, but I was there swatching at my counter as soon as I found out about that, like, I don't know, like a year and a half ago or something, and the color payoff was not there with that blush. So I didn't consider it, even though it looked the same, I didn't consider it an exact dupe because the color payoff just wasn't there. So I did find this one to be exactly the same color payoff. This is Sony Kashuk in Sunset, and it is the same color payoff right down to the tiny itsy bitsy little gold sparkles that are in MAC Bright Peach. So gorgeous. I've been talking about this blush, you know, for a while now. It is one of my favorites, and I didn't realize it was exactly the same until recently. So super stoked on finding that. Now another favorite I have are my Tarte Amazonian Clay blushes, and this one is Blissful. This is the one that I found the dupe for. And then I do have Tipsy, which I thought the dupe was closer to at first, and then I swatched Blissful again outside, and it turns out Blissful is the match. So the dupe for Blissful is Physicians Formula Happy Booster Blush in Warm, and I love both of them. I mean, the colors are gorgeous. If you like that kind of warm color, you'll see in the swatches, they're pretty darn close. So I'd say Blissful and Physicians Formula Happy Booster in Warm, perfect match. Okay, on to kind of a cool tone pink blush. This is Dame from MAC, and it's one of my favorite cool tone, it's like a dusty kind of cool tone blush. So the match I found for that one is Boots number 7, and I got this at Target a while back. This is in Candy Pink. Yeah. And they are very, very close. And so I don't know what things are looking like on the camera in this lighting, but I hope that it's turning out okay. You'll see in the pictures, super, super close. Yeah, I mean, this looks a little brighter in person in the pan, but when I swatch them, they look exactly the same, and they look the same on my skin. So to me, that's where it matters. Next, I have a NARS blush, and this is NARS Angelica. It's a beautiful cool tone pink, although it does have a lot of sparkle to it. So if you don't like sparkle, I think that you won't mind this dupe, this alternative I have to show you. This is Physicians Formula Happy Booster Blush in pink. So the color comes off pretty much like exactly the same. However, the difference is between these two is the Physicians Formula doesn't have that sparkle to it. So if you don't like the glitter in Angelica, definitely go for the Physicians Formula. Same color without all the glitter. Next I have a blush by Benefit, and this is Coralista, and I do really like this blush, but I did mention in my last video that I was not going to be repurchasing it because I did find a really good dupe for it. So I do love that kind of peach shimmer color. However, Milani Minerals Blush in Luminous is very, very close. So that's Luminous, Coralista. I mean, everything down to like the shimmer and sheen to them is the same. So you'll see in the swatches. Okay, I have two more to go over with you, and I love both of these. Like, these are really, truly HG products for me, and I mean, all of them involved here. The dupes and the original, you know, high-end. Well, this is MAC. I'm referring to MAC in this video, I guess, as high-end, although I really don't consider it high-end, you know, truly. It's more like a medium range, but still, you get the idea. So I have two products here, two blushes from MAC. This is Copper Tone and Gingerly. So here's Copper Tone, here's Gingerly. Gingerly is just a little bit softer, a little bit lighter. Copper Tone has a hint more warmth to it, you know, a touch more kind of like that terracotta color. So both, I love both of these, like, immensely. But I did find a dupe for Copper Tone. And when I took the picture of all three of these. So the dupe I found is Milani, the same Milani Minerals Blush, and this is in Sunset Beach, and I freaking love this color. It is so close to Copper Tone and so beautiful. I'm just so happy that I found it. And moving on to the last product I have here, which is a blush by Cargo. And I don't know if you may remember, Sephora did used to carry cargo blushes. So I've had this one since they were carrying it. It's all beat up. I've been, you know, taking my time using it because I didn't know if I'd be able to find it again. I don't know. I've never been to their website, so I don't know. Maybe I could always order it off there. But it doesn't matter now because I found a dupe. This is Cargo Tonga. And it looks like just a really neutral, kind of almost boring blush in the pan. But sometimes those are like the most special. So I really love Tonga, and I was excited when I found this blush by Milani. Same line we've been looking at, the Milani Minerals Blush. This is in Sweet Rose, and it's a cool tone mauve. So that's kind of what Cargo Tonga is. It looks a little bit lighter though. I don't know if you can tell. Like the Milani one looks a little bit darker, but when it goes on the skin, it looks the same. So yeah, I mean, this one's almost like a little bit dustier, but they're so close. I'm really stoked to have found that Sweet Rose one. So that's everything. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you guys for watching. And like I said, I'm going to have a couple other dupe videos coming out if you want to see them. It's going to be the eye products like eyeshadows, eyeliners, and then the lip products, lipsticks, lip liners, things like that. So if you want to see those, I guess just let me know below, and I think that's everything. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.